That's a heck of a lineup, bro. Good God. Let's go. Hi, guys. Welcome to Leave Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am trying my best. And we are back with Steve Hackett, our favorite member of Genesis. Oh, that's actually hard. Never mind. I'd say Tony or Phil, but then I'd say, oh no, Steve. They're all great, obviously. So we're gonna be doing his the first track on his first solo album and his only solo album that he did while he was a member of Genesis, Voyage of the Acolytes, which is a loose concept album. It was released in 1975, and it every song title I guess is inspired by a tarot card, and it features Mike Rutherford, Phil Collins, and some Genesis friends and some other people. And we've done some of his solo work. We've done the title track actually, but live probably 20 or 30 years down the line from when it came out, or maybe even longer than that, and it absolutely blew my effing mind, bro. Steve is insane live, and I'm very excited to finally get a piece of this album. Well, actually, was it Shadow of the Hierophant we did live? I think that's the one. So let's go. This is a pick courtesy of our patron Thor, I believe. Thank you for your support, Thor. I truly appreciate it. Ace of Wands is the first track on the album, and it's what we're going to listen to now. So don't forget to leave a like and a comment. It really, really helps, man. Just do it. Do it. Thank you. All right. Ace of Wands. Steve Hackett. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, let's go. So many little details. Oh my god. It's gorgeous. It's like waves just crashing in and out. Is Steve doing most of this? Oh my god. fire, bro. Listen to Mike go, bro. Holy shit. So much, I can't even listen to all of it. It's very like Chris Squire-esque on the bass from Mike. Phil. There was that every second of that song was just like dripping with detail. Like it would take me 3 or 4 listens to actually, I don't know, to even like have a coherent analysis of that song. First off, that was just pure prog magic. That's what that was. And it didn't even sound like Genesis, to be honest. That's the funniest thing. If anything, it sounded like a little more Yes-y than it sounded Genesis-y. There were parts that you could tell that, you know, Tony Banks isn't there. I think Tony Banks is probably one of the biggest components to like what that Genesis sheen or that sound quality they have. And whoever was doing the electronic stuff here, and I think like there's like a harmonium in there and a harp, an auto harp. They used so many different instruments just for this one song. And you got Phil in the back. Phil, oh my God, he is ridiculous. But him and Mike were in just this tandem of just chaos back there. This rhythm, it obviously wasn't chaos exactly, but there was just so much happening. It's hard to really get a grasp on that because I want to just listen to the song and enjoy it. Like that's half my problem sometimes is I want to listen to the song. I don't want to just, okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. You know, so that's kind of like the downfall of my, I guess, format here. But I'm going to read off everybody who's on this track because they deserve to be heard. All right, so Steve Hackett, acoustic, electric guitar, mellotron, harmonium, auto harp, bells, and effects. John Aycock on acoustic piano, the Elka Rhapsody, mellotron, harmonium, John Hackett on synthesizer, bells, and flute, Mike Rutherford on the fuzz 12-string guitar, bass, and bass pedals, Phil Collins on drums and vibraphone, and that's it. That's a hell of a lineup right there. So basically, it was Steve and the John Hackett, his brother, and John Aycock doing the synthesizer stuff. Like, I don't know exactly who's doing what. If you guys know, you can always let me know in the comment. I always am interested to know exactly who's doing everything in the song. So I think that was a one hell of a intro track to an album and an intro track to, I guess, his actual studio solo stuff. I don't recall if we've done any of his actual studio solo stuff. Sorry. Get out of here, AI camera. But I've done plenty, not plenty, I've done like 2 or 3 live videos of like recent Steve Hackett live stuff. Incredible. His longevity and his talent, it blows my mind, man. And I'm glad that he's still out there doing this thing because those notes that come out of that guitar are special. Like, they really are. The acoustic and electric here, absolutely dominant. I mean, you could say that about any of the instruments used here. They were dominant, but that guitar, from start to finish, man, he was just painting a picture, basically, just using guitar notes. And it was a beautiful, beautiful picture. There's a little bit of ferocity in there, too. When they needed to turn the gas on, they definitely turned it on. the very interesting blend of the very ever fluctuating rhythm that Phil and Mike had going there. But it was crazy good. I mean, like, it's hard to keep up with that song. Like, I should have played it twice, to be honest. But that's okay. I think I got the picture just from the one listen. I understand that this is in a different ballpark. And I love Genesis. And this is honestly a little bit better than some of the Genesis stuff I've heard, even from this era. That's crazy. And I know Steve is huge. He's absolutely huge in the sound of Genesis, just like Tony is. But an argument can be made for each member. It's all subjective at the end of the day. But Steve and Tony are huge parts of what Genesis, the sound, is overall for me. And like I said, this is a completely different garden variety of prog, basically, I feel like, than Genesis, and it sounded amazing. So not only can he play the Genesis stuff, he can play stuff like this. But there are similarities here and there, obviously, because it's 3 of the members of the same band, but it's kind of weird how different it is at the same time with 3 members of the same band, and I love it. I thought that was absolutely great. Thank you, Thor. That was a great pick, man. If I had to pick a favorite thing out of that, it's hard. I would have to probably listen to it again, but off the first listen, I would go with the guitars as my favorite thing. The electric, just riff after riff. I mean, bro, he created, like I said, like a whole landscape just with the guitar. Usually you have to use electronics to do stuff like that. No, that was all him doing that. I mean, not all him. There's other people involved, obviously, but he was a huge part of just that entire thing. Was just the guitars, just alone, That's not even counting all the synthesizers and the drums and the bass and everything they were doing. And like the chimes, the bells, they used everything in this, like, seriously. And it worked great. Everything worked great. It worked in tandem. The rhythm and the melody, it was just beautiful here. And I want to hear another one. So if you think I should listen to the rest of this, let me know in a comment, because I'm definitely down to do more, because that just had me hooked. Off one listen, I'm hooked, man. You guys already know I'm a prog head, so I'm pretty sure Thor knew I was going to love this. So that was great. But yeah, this came out in 1975, I believe. It was his first solo album. Yeah, first studio album by Steve Hackett, October 1975 on Charisma Records. Only record he recorded solo while with Genesis. It was during a break in group activity in mid-1975 and used people from Genesis, obviously, like I said. The loose concept with the title and lyrics of each track being inspired by a tarot card. But there was no lyrics in this track, but the name, obviously, Ace of Wands, is a tarot reference. So that's very interesting, because I'm very into... I don't want to say that. I'm not very into the occult, but the occult has always fascinated me, because it's more fascinating to me, the human experience and the human condition kind of thing, that people place their faith in things, that they can't see. But that's the whole, purpose of faith, I guess, is, believing in something that you don't have our, I guess, version of evidence. Obviously there's self-evidence, and that's different, but evidence that you could present to the world that this is blah blah blah, and that's really hard to do with anything, but it just, I don't know, it's a strange world we live in, I feel like. But thank God that the occult, it still fascinates people to this day, and it really, I don't know, it's like one of those enigmatic things that, you just want to know the secret. You want to be in on the secret everyone else is in on, and I feel like, a lot of people join cults, and I don't want to put cults and religions together, but just, putting your love and faith in something else, and it's interesting, when you could be spending that energy on different things, I guess. But if that's what you want to devote your life to, then I'm not going to stop you. Go ahead, man. Because I wouldn't want you to stop me from what I want to do. So it's just how it works, But it's interesting that he named all the songs after, cards in the tarot deck, basically. It's a, I don't know. It's a concept that intrigues me, so I'm down to hear more. Let me know down below if I should do the rest of this album, because I totally am down to do it. So thank you, Thor, once again. Excellent pick. And thanks for watching, guys. Seriously, I appreciate you. Nice to be back, and hopefully I can actually stay around this time. So see you later.